Everybody has their favorites, but these are my five guys on defense that I cannot wait to watch on Sunday. My absolute favorite player in this draft class is Walter Nolan, a guy that last year dominated, man. He's so smooth, but he's so powerful on the interior of a defensive line. And last year, he just dominated for the Ole Miss Rebels. I think he has a very high floor, but an extremely superstar level high ceiling. And I can see him going as early as number 11 to the San Francisco 49ers. Man, I'm telling you, if you haven't watched this tape, please do yourself the favor because he could turn your franchise around overnight. On the edge, we're talking about Donovan Onwuzurike from Boston College, a guy that last year, 59 pressures, 14 sacks, and 3 forced fumbles in one season. He dominated there for Boston College, and he had a 17% pass rush win rate. So he's winning a lot of the time. He's dominant. He has great hands in his attacking approach where he can get, by you with his hands, or hey, with his power, he could just run through you. He's flying up draft boards right now. And last year, first team All SEC. So that even further backs the reason why he's flying up the boards. I like Donovan Onwuzurike. I can definitely see him being a first-round pick. At linebacker, I can promise you it's not because of his name. He's going to make an impact at the next level, and we're going to recognize him not just as a similar name to an NBA legend. Chris Paul Jr. from the Ole Miss Rebels defense, which apparently I just love the Ole Miss defense, and a defense we'll talk about in a moment. But 85 tackles, 55 for loss, 24 pressures, 6 sacks, a forced fumble, 4 pass breakups, and an interception. I'm going to catch my breath because that is everything he did in one singular season. And that's why, hey, he was second team All SEC. I think he's a good athlete. He's great in coverage. I think he's very smart in his run defense and his discipline in that same regard. And last year, with all this, production and all these plays that he's making an impact on, he only had a 7% missed tackle rate, which is good for linebackers that are this aggressive and are trying to translate to the next level. So Chris Paul out of Ole Miss, I guess I like them Rebels. Now another defense that I have fallen in love with, apparently, is the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. On the one side, you have the elite cornerback in Benjamin Morrison, a guy that has had 9 interceptions over the last 2 years, and it's really just a year in about 5 games because he had a hip injury this past year, which took him out for the remainder of the year. So in just about a year's time, he's had 9 interceptions for the Fighting Irish. He's very disciplined. He's smart, long arms. I think he has decent speed. I loved him in the first round, maybe on the back end to a Baltimore Ravens kind of a team. If not, as of right now with his injury concerns, he's probably going to fall. And I think he's going to be a steal down the board maybe on day 2. Now, a guy like Xavier Watts, I think you could share a lot of the same sentiment, right? Last year, though, at safety, 90 tackles, 4 pass breakups, 6 interceptions, and a forced fumble. So based on the stats alone, you could tell he's a powerful guy. You can play him in the box because he can get down and dirty and tackle. But you can also play him on the back end because he has elite ball skills. Over the last 2 years, he's had 13 interceptions. As you can tell, BMO and X-Man, which is what I like to call them, they've caused havoc for opposing quarterbacks over the last 2 years with a combined 21 interceptions. But for Watts, 2 years ago, he was first-team All-American. This past year, not there. But, hey, I think both these guys are incredible prospects, and they're going to be steals on day 2 of the NFL Draft. But that's it. Quick and to the point. Those are my 5 favorite defensive prospects this year, or at least, hey, one at every single position. Let me know yours down below, and, hey, I'm going to get back to you as quick as I possibly can down there in the comment section.